Hello and welcome to class today. My name is Rachel. I'm the girl with the Pilates mat, and today we're going to do a 30-minute Pilates mat workout. This is a total abs and core workout. Please don't be scared by that. Although it sounds really scary, I'm going to show you the way you can really tone the waistline and really sculpt the body, this section of the body, the center of the body, all through Pilates. All right, so let's get started. We're going to do a little bit of standing work and then we're going to come down onto the mat. So let's start standing. Abdominals drawing in, and really try and focus today on trying to find that connection here in your tummy. Okay, so we're going to pull the abdominals in towards the spine. That's going to fire up the core muscles. We're going to take the arms out to the side and turn the palms up. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is bend the right leg, just place the foot forward, and keeping this hold here, we're going to exhale and just float that leg up. Inhale, lower it down. So exhale, pull the abdominals in, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Let's change sides. Okay, so every exhale you're going to focus on pulling the tummy muscles in. That's what's going to work the core. So here we go. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And come back. Now let's go back to the right leg. I'm going to have the leg straight now. So we're going to be working all through the thigh, hip, and into these muscles here. You're also working this side to stabilize. Okay, so the leg is going to stay straight. You're going to pull your tummy muscles in, and then you're going to float the leg up, and then take it back down. Float the leg up and take it down. Standing nice and tall. Just 2 more. And down. And floating up. And down. Well done. Let's go on to the other side. Pretty tricky, isn't it? Looks easy, but it's not that easy. So pull the tummy in, standing tall. Now think of lifting upwards as the leg lifts up and down. Keep that leg nice and straight. Float it up and float it down. Lift and lower. And one more. Lift and lower. Good. Let's take the leg to the side. Okay, so again, we're working here on the waistline. Okay, so we're going to have this knee bent, arms out to the side, lift up and down, up and down, lift, and 4, 3, 2, 1, changing to the other side, and lift. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Well done. Taking the leg behind. Last exercise standing. Front knee bent. Tummy muscles really pulling into the spine and tipping forward at hip level. Now pull everything in here on the front and float up to the back. Keep your hands on your tummy and see if you can make that awareness a little stronger. That you're exhaling, pulling in and pulling in. And 2 and 1. Well done. Changing sides. Knee bent. Keep the hands here on the front. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull the abdominals in away from your hands. Lift the leg up. And 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Well done. Let's go down onto the mat. Okay, so sitting up, and I did promise as well that we wouldn't do any stomach crunches or any flexion. Okay, so it's safe for people with disc issues in the lower part of the body, anyone who might have osteopenia, osteoporosis. It's also safe. Doesn't mean this is going to be easy though. So let's focus. Hands underneath the thighs. Keep your back nice and straight. Eye line forward. And then we're just going to hinge back from the hips. So straight back. You're going until your arms are straight. Okay, so you'll end up probably looking upwards. And then you're going to come back. So let's use the breath. We're going to inhale back. Exhale up. And as you exhale up, think of growing taller through the spine. So we're not moving here, okay? That way you're really going to work your deeper core muscles. Okay, inhale back. Exhale up. We're going to layer up the movement now to make it a little more challenging. So on the next one, we're going to go back and stay back. So stay there, keep the abdominals drawing in, and lift your right arm up. Staying in position, so really working the core. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And down. Up. And down. 2 more. Up and down and up and down. It's gone to the left side. Lift and lower. So exhale. Remember that exhale is the cue to pull your tummy muscles in. So really focus on that technique. Good. And 2 and 1. Well done. Deep breath in and exhale, coming up. Now we're going to try it with both arms. If it feels too much, go back to single arm, okay? Because it is challenging. You will see me shake with this one. So here we go. Inhale back. Now exhale, draw the tummy muscles in. And let's lift up. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. See if you can reach a little further back with those arms, keeping that spine still. And lower. Lift. And lower. 2 more. Lift. And lower. And lift. Good. And lower. Hands underneath and come on up. Well done. Okay, come and lie down. Let's have those knees bent. Finding a neutral position of your spine. And I want you to take your hands and place them under your pelvis. And this is to really cue you to keep that connection. So you don't want to move away from the hands. You equally don't want to be pressing down on them. You want to try and find a nice soft connection that you can maintain by activating the core. Okay, so we're going to lift the right leg up and the left leg up. Okay, keep that connection And then you're going to inhale, lower the right leg, and exhale, lift it up. Staying on the right, lower, and lift. So use your breath. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Lower, and lift. Lower, and lift. Lower, and lift. Last one. Good. Now just reset if you need to, keeping that connection. Left leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Take the right leg down, the left leg down. Reach your arms out nice and long, and then take them overhead. And they're going to be hovering above the floor. This is just to stretch out your abdominals now. So we're going to exhale, press into the feet, lift straight up. Inhale, straight down. Exhale, lift. So really using those bottom muscles to propel the hips up. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring the hands back down. Place them back underneath your pelvis. Find that connection on the back of the pelvis, and then lift the legs back up. Okay, so now we're going to vary the movement. So we're in our tabletop position. This time we're going to reach the right leg out and down. So this is going to work into your lower tummy area, and then bring the leg back. Okay, so you reach it out, lower, but just hovering above the floor. Okay, very, very tough for the core, this one, because your pelvis is going to want to tip forward. So you've really got to pull inwards to not allow that to happen. That's it, good. We can do 4 more. 4, 3. Are you still doing your breathing? Make sure you're doing your exhale as the leg goes out. Last one. Well done. Left leg. Exhale, extend. Inhale back. And back. And in. Good. 4 more. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Take those legs down. And what I want you to do is have your feet hip width apart, but then just bring your heels together and keep them lifted in the air. Bring your arms out nice and long. And then take the arms back overhead. Now we're going to lift straight up. Lift. And down. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. And down, place the heels down, bring the hands back down, place them back underneath. Okay, progressing. All right, so now we're going to go from this position. We're going to keep the knees and the feet together. You're going to keep that contact with your hands. and you're going to hinge the knees forward. So you're going to inhale forward, exhale, come back. So you go as far as you can go without your pelvis at the back lifting away from your hands. Okay, so that's your cue. That's how you know you're engaging your core, is you keep that connection, you keep the same pressure on the hands. Inhale. Exhale to come back. When you come back, don't come back too far, just until the knees are above the hips. Last two. Well done. Place those feet down. Okay, let's bring those hands nice and long. Let's lift straight up and down, up and down. So this time pressing the hands down, so we're getting a little bit of work through the arms as well as working the core and the glutes. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. Now think of that connection that you had. Have a little test on finding the right place for your pelvis. So you can put your hands under for a moment. But once you've got that, try and hold it and take your hands away and lift your legs up into tabletop. Bring your arms up as well. Okay, so from here, we're going to reach the right leg and the left arm away from the center of the body. And then you're going to exhale, bring them back. Now the other side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. You're doing great. 4 more. 2, 1. Well done. Straightening those legs. Bring the hands back underneath. Okay. So you'll find here you're going to feel a bit more pressure on your hands because your legs are up above you. You're going to turn those legs out. Okay, and then we're going to bring the right foot in front of the left. And then the left in front of the right. So it's a little beat, 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 beat. So this is working your inner thighs, your core, your back muscles, your gluteal muscles, your hip muscles. Good. All right, now we're going to try and lower a little and lift a little just to make it work a little bit more challenging for the abs. All right, so we're going to lower for 4 and lift for 4. Here we go. We're going to lower. 2, 3, 4 and lift. 2, 3, 4 and lower. 2, 3, 4 and lift. 2, 3, 4 and lower. 2, 3, 4 and lift. 2, 3, 4. Last time. 2, 3, 4 and lift. 2, 3, 4. Well done. Bring your knees into your chest and just hug it out there for a moment. Well done. Place the feet down. Let's turn onto the side and come up onto the elbow. Okay, so we're going to target now your oblique muscles. So that's the side of your waistline. Okay, but we're still working through here into the pelvic floor and all of the core muscles, the TVA muscle that goes around. So again, we're going to start off with the simple exercise and then I'm going to layer it up. So make sure elbow under shoulder, hand under hip. Exhale, you're going to lift, emphasizing here. Inhale, lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. lift, and lower. So we're doing it like this, just so you get the right position of the body before we make it harder for you. 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to reach this leg out, put this leg over on the top. Focus exactly the same movement now, but it's going to be a lot more challenging. Hand on the side of the body. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. You've really got to push into this elbow. You've really got to feel the lift coming from the side of the waist. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Good. Now bend your bottom leg. Reach that top leg out. Push into this elbow, lifting up. So again, we're working through here and we're going to float this leg up in the air. So I can really feel the work here on the side of my waist. Flex the foot. Keeping this hold, you're going to bring the leg forward. Point the toe, reach it back, and no dropping down. So you're really working your waistline, coming forward and sweeping back. So you're trying to keep your pelvis as still as you can. Let the leg move in the hip, but when the leg goes back, don't arch your back. Make yourself feel it in the bottom muscle. Going forward and reaching back. Coming forward and reaching back. So I'm doing 2 little pulses. You can do that as well if you want to. And that is only 1 to go. Back, back. Bring that leg in. Come on up. Let's go do that on the other side. So we start off with our simple exercise to set the position of the body. Okay, so abdominals in, emphasizing the lift coming from here, stability through the shoulder. So we're lifting up and down, up and down, up and down. Good. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Reach the legs out. Remember, top leg goes over. Make sure that you are on your side. All right, so this hip is directly above this one. Hand resting on the thigh, and then we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And try and feel the lift coming from here. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift and lower and lift and lower. Now keep that sense of lift. Bend the bottom leg. You might find you can lift a little more. Draw the abdominals in, float the leg up. You feel that there, yeah? You're really working the side of your waist now. All right, and now we're going to float that leg forward. We're going to do 2 pulses. 1, 2. Point the toe. Reach it back, but no arching of the back. So you've got to pull up and in on those abdominals. Forward, forward. Back, back. Forward, forward. Back, back. 4 more. Good. Last one. Back, back. Well done. Bring that leg in. Come on up and into a kneeling position. Okay, so 4-point kneeling. Hands down. Lengthen out through that spine and think of pulling that waist or those tummy muscles here in towards the back of the body. So really holding everything in. Tuck the toes under. Keeping your back in the same position, you're going to exhale, pull the tummy in and float the knees off the floor. Inhale down. So really controlled, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. So you don't want to go too high because that makes it really easy. So you want to keep it just off the floor. 3 and 2 and 1. Good, release those toes, slide the right leg back, lifting it up. Okay, now we're just going to do little circles. So the leg is going to go down towards the floor, out towards the side, lift it up and bring it around. And you're trying to keep your pelvis as still as you can. It's the keeping still that works the core and the waistline. Going down, out and up, down, out and up. So really focus on what's going on in your pelvis. One more. Good. Now bring the foot down. Let's reverse it. So we're going to go up, out, down and round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done. Bring that leg in. Reach the other leg back. Lifting it up. So we're going to go down, out, up and back. 2. So nice circles. 3. Don't forget the upper body. I'm reminding myself as well. Tummy's in. 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down. Now take it up and reverse it. 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Well done. And come in. Now you've got 2 choices. You can stay like this if that's okay on your wrists, or you can come down onto your forearms. Okay, forearms works the shoulders a little more, so I quite like doing it that way because I find it more challenging, but you choose what works for you. Now we're going to reach the right leg back and the left leg back. Tummy muscles in. Press into those elbows or those hands to stabilize. Pull your abdominals in, point the toes on the right leg, and then you're going to lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift. Good. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Trying to stay in that position and just swap legs. Point the toes on the left leg, lift. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Tuck the toes under, bring the knees back, bring yourself back up. Okay, so to finish, let's tuck the toes under. Let's get a good position of the upper body because it's really easy when you're focusing to let the whole upper body go. So press into those hands, nice and stable through the arms and shoulders. Eye line slightly forward, tummy pulling in, float the legs up. Now reach the right leg back and in, out and in. Try not to lift your bottom, keep that bottom down. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, now we all start to lift up like this. So let's get down. Let's pull those abdominals in. Left leg, shoot it out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Come on down. And then from there, widen those feet, widen the knees, sit yourself back, get that lovely stretch through the lower back there, and then just take your body forward. So no flexion, just a stretch through the hips. Head down. And just take a couple of deep breaths. Allowing your body to relax. And then bring yourself all the way back up. And well done, everyone. That is your 30-minute total core and ab workout for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Do press the like button and please do subscribe. The subscriptions really do help me. The more subscribers, the more I can do for you, the more time and energy and money that I can put into really making this channel sing and give you more of what you want. So thank you so much for joining me. This is a live session, so I do come onto the chat for live sessions and answer any questions you may have. So if you're here with me live now, then do feel free to say hello on the chat, fire off any questions you wish. And if you're watching on record or on demand, then please do listen to the chat because there's always something new that we can learn from each other. All right, so take care, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Well done, everyone. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that slightly different type of core workout today. So do let me know. I'm just going to quickly have a look at who's on the chat. Excuse me, well, I just fire up the computer here. Oh, Erin, how much time left? Was it tough, Erin? Okay, so yeah, that's a good example, I'd say today, of I think people, my impression anyway, certainly is that people underestimate how hard some of these exercises are. And for me, it's quite a, as someone who creates films for YouTube and does these live broadcasts, which are very challenging to do everything live, because a lot of people record and then add their voices after and music and all that stuff. But this is exactly how I do it. And to me, this is real. This is how you would do it. You'd be talking, working out. We'd all be doing it together in a class. So it's difficult for me sometimes to gauge how to describe what we're going to do so you understand the benefits. But today really was a total core and abs workout. It was about getting a flatter tummy. And what I want to say right now is you will see a difference. If you do this regularly, you need to be doing this 3 to 4 times a week for 10 weeks, and you will definitely see a change in the muscle tone and the sculpting of this part of the body. Okay, people always ask, oh, can Pilates really do this? Yes, it can, but I'm not saying it's Pilates alone, because it's not. We all know, and I am completely on board with this because I've done it for myself, nutrition, what you eat, is the most important part. Okay, you need to tone your muscles, you need to be fit in the body, but you also need to make sure that your nutrition is correct, it's working for you. And obviously we're all different, but there are some very basic things that we can all adjust, all right, so that we get that. So if you're looking for a weight loss as well as a sculpting of the body, because working all the muscles like we did today, I promise you that if you do that 4 times a week for 10 weeks, you will definitely see a difference in your body. Your muscles will be stronger. A lot of people find they put on a little bit of weight when they start working out and it worries them. Well, don't worry. That weight you're putting on is muscle. It's not fat, okay? So that's one thing I do really want to say today, because I've had that question come up quite a lot. And the other thing is, and I will talk about it more in the future, is nutrition is a huge part of this. Now, I'm not a qualified nutritionist. I'm a geek. I love reading about it. I listen to lots of scientists. I listen to lots of podcasts about nutrition. I have completely changed the way I eat in the last 3 years, I would say, and my husband has, and it's made a huge difference to earth. We've both lost quite a lot of weight. We both feel fitter, we've got more energy and all that kind of stuff. So that's something that I do really want to emphasize with you. If you're eating a diet that's very processed, that's what you really want to work on. And I don't want to blind you with science today. I just want to put that simple note out there. And by processed, I mean, if you're buying anything that is ready-made, that's what you need to try and get rid of in your diet. You know, the more you can eat that's closer to its natural state, as in, you know, vegetables, fruits, proteins, whether you're vegetarian, vegan, you eat meat or fish, you want to be avoiding processed food. Just changing that will make a massive difference. Okay, so that's my little thing for today. I really wanted to talk about that today. Now, sorry, going back to you guys, I'm going straight to the feedback. Erin, we were looking at Erin, who was going, how much longer is there? Okay, so Kerwin said 5 to 6 minutes. So it was a toughie today, was it, everyone? I'm just going to go from there. So Leslie, hello to Leslie. Leslie does a local class, so you're going to do this one tomorrow. Thank you, Leslie. Hello to you. Kerry Ward. Good morning, Kerry Ward. Kerry says, wow, that has warmed me up. Quite a challenge. Thank you, Rachel. You're very welcome, Kerry. Lovely to have you here. Mandy Smith says, thank you. Hope that wasn't a beginner workout. Lots to work on. Much harder than my sit-up days. Oh, thank you, Mandy. No, definitely wasn't a beginner workout. I should have put, shouldn't I, that Fridays, Mandy, are intermediate Pilates. We always are hovering around the intermediate level of Pilates. And what that means, it's two things really. It's one, you have some knowledge of Pilates and understanding your core engagement. And two, you've been doing Pilates with me for a while, so you kind of understand the exercises and your own body enough that you know that if there's certain exercises you need to modify, you know how to do that. Having said that, you know, I think today was a really good all-round workout, and well done for doing it, Mandy. I mean, that's absolutely brilliant. Okay, wow, there's loads of feedback on the chat today. Let me say a couple of good mornings to Yvonne Thorpe. Good morning, Yvonne. Yvonne is always first with the donation on Friday, so well done, Yvonne. Thank you very much indeed for your donation, Yvonne. Lovely to see you here. A second to donate today is Valerie Beale. Hello, Valerie. Lovely to see you, and thank you very much for your donation. That's most generous. And third to donate today is Carlin Holgren, who's over in the States. So hi, Carlin. Lovely to see you. I'm so impressed that you get up so early in the morning to do this class with us. So well done. Hi to Dave Osborne. Hi, Dave. You've made it to your first live class. How was it for you? I hope you enjoyed it. Valerie Beale says, oops, I wanted to say thank you to Rachel and Kerwin. Finally, no art class this morning, so I'm able to join you all live. Yippee! Wonderful, Valerie. It's been lovely to have you here. Mandy, you managed to get in, so I saw that you had a little bit of a challenge. You just got the notification. Just a reminder, everyone, I am live every Friday and every Monday, and I try and stick to those times. So even if I'm having a day off because there's a holiday or something in the UK, I try and put out a video at the same time so that you get used to when I'm producing new content. But I do, as you know, I do work very, very hard. And unlike a lot of my colleagues here on YouTube, I do 2 videos a week. I do 2 live broadcasts a week. And I'm currently also filming some new workouts as well. So every Monday at 4 p.m. UK time. And that's for everyone in Europe, but it's also especially for everyone over in the States, that it's a more reasonable time on the other side of the world, the US and Canada, etc. So you can do that as your kind of breakfast or mid-morning workout. And then I'm here every Friday at 10 a.m. Mandy Smith, thank you so much, Mandy, for your donation. Most appreciated. Sally Greta Rex, right, so Sally, oh dear, Sally says, morning everyone, I've been in bed for 2 weeks with pneumonia, goodness me. I'm sorry to hear that, Sally. And Sally says, I don't even know how to start getting strong again. Any ideas, any will be most welcome. Sally, I'm so sorry to hear you've been so unwell. Pneumonia, I've had pneumonia myself. I actually had it from too much teaching. I got very, very ill. And this was probably about 6-7 years ago. And I had the whole of my left lung with pneumonia, and I carried on working like a fool. I carried on working because I didn't want to let my clients down in London. And it ended up sort of being quite bad. So I feel you. I know what it's like when you have pneumonia. Very, very hard because the breathing, the pain from the coughing, all that kind of stuff. So Sally, my recommendation for you would be to go into my Pilates for Injuries and Medical Conditions playlist and have a look through there. A lot of the videos in there. There's one for recovery from COVID. I would highly recommend that one because pneumonia has some similarities to COVID in that it's a respiratory problem. Breathing is really affected badly, and because you cough a lot, you have a lot of pain around the ribs. And the COVID recovery video, all that is really slow, really gentle. You're not going to get out of breath. It's not going to make you cough, but it's going to kind of open up and stretch all this part of your body. It's it's very short. I think it's about 20 minutes. You can do that just lying on your mat. If you feel you can lie down without coughing, Sally, then I would do that. The other option is if lying down is still a problem, and it can be for people with pneumonia, then I would go to my seniors Pilates, seniors and gentle beginners playlist and do a short standing workout. I've got a lovely one which is like wake up and stretch. It's 10 minutes. It's all standing. That also stretches the side of the ribs. Again, you're going to need to do a lot of opening up and stretching across the front of the body. So if lying down is an issue, then I would go and do that, Sally. And do keep in touch. Let me know how you get on, okay? Marie McLennan, good morning to you. We missed you as well, Marie. Marie's been off on a golf holiday. You had a great holiday. Lovely to hear that, Marie. And you're ready to get back into your Pilates next week. Wonderful stuff. Before I forget, everyone, Monday, I'm going to do one of my favorite workouts. And I know you guys love them. That is a ballet-inspired workout. So Monday is going to be a ballet-inspired standing workout. It's going to be a 25-minute workout. We talked about it last Monday and everyone was kind of like, yeah, let's do one of those. So that's what we're doing on Monday. All standing, ballet-inspired. So lots of arm and shoulder work. Some exercises from today we're going to adapt. We're going to do a lot of work in turnouts. That's external rotation of the hips. Anything where you're externally rotating the hips is really going to work your bottom muscles. So if that's an area you want to work on, Monday's going to be for you, okay? Okay, so going down the chat, getting some feedback. Dave Osborne says, brilliant, thank you, Rachel. Maggie in Leicester. Oh, it's Maggie. Hello, Maggie in Leicester. Yvonne Woodhouse says, wow, that was a toughie, but I did enjoy it. Need to do that a few more times. Yeah, to anyone who did that today and found that challenging, it's one of those ones that I really want to encourage you to do every week, because you really, really will feel the difference. If you do this one for 10 weeks, try and do it 3 times a week, you really, really will feel the difference in your strength, and you will notice the difference in this part of your body, yeah? Because we did work that basically was working all the muscles in the front, the side and the back of the center of your body, as well as the glutes. So it really will show when you start doing that work, okay? And Pilates does work the core anyway, but we were just a bit more targeted today on that particular area. Karen says, utterly brilliant and so effective. Thank you. Thank you very much, Karen. Really appreciate that. Really glad you enjoyed it. Marion Wilkes says, very hard. The first and last on the floor was very hard. My lower back hurts and I can't keep that core engaged. Marion, you know what you need to do? You know, to go and do one of my more gentle workouts. What I would suggest, Marion, is that you look at my Seniors and Gentle Pilates playlist and find the core workouts in there. There's some really lovely mat work videos in the Seniors playlist that will also work your core. They do really work your core, but they're not as tough as the ones we did today. And it may be that you're just working a little bit too hard, or your body is not ready for it yet, Marion, okay? So don't worry about it. Just keep going. Now I know, Marion, I've got a note here, you also have diastasis, don't you? So actually today's workout's quite a good one for diastasis, particularly anything where we're in a really fixed position and we're taking the leg out behind us or in front. So it may be that, Marion, you try and, you know where we were doing the exercises where you had to have your hands under your hips and keep that connection? Maybe you should go back and do this video and just modify the movement of the legs to the point where you can hold that position. Yeah, sometimes it's just a little tweak we need to do, because I know for me, because I've been doing it so long, I just demonstrate the full, my full range, and that's not everybody's. Everybody is different. The important thing, and I hope that you hear it when I'm giving you the cues, which is why I talk all the way through the video, is because I want you to adjust things to make it work for you. That backache, Marion, will be from your diastasis, okay? So anything where you are not crunching is actually good for you, but you still have to work within a comfortable range. So it may be that you can do, you know, like we were doing our this exercise, Marion, and anyone else who's got lower backache, when we were doing this and taking the leg out, it may be that doing the leg all the way down there is too far for you, too strong on your abdominals. So if it is, you just take the leg to where you can keep that connection. So it could be out here. You can test it and see at what point you really feel that it's too challenging to go, and then just work within that area. But I did think of you today, Marion, because that is the sort of thing that I would do in a diastasis recti workout, but I would do a much more modified on the range of the legs, okay? And I know I keep saying this, Marion, but I am filming you a workout. I just haven't done it yet, but it's on my list to do in this batch of filming I'm doing at the moment, okay? So I will let you know when that's coming out. Okay, so carrying on down the chat, Yvonne Woodhouse, thank you so much for your donation, much appreciated. Jenny B, hi Jenny B, says, crikey, very tough, but great workout. Thank you. You know what, guys, we have to do these tough ones as well. We really do, because if we don't challenge ourselves, we can't grow in strength. And our body is constantly changing. We are constantly changing. We are all aging. And I'm not saying that in a depressing way at all, but your body needs to be challenged. You need to keep moving. So every now and then, you know, if you think, oh, this is really, really hard, well, that's a good thing, because it reminds you that there is always another level you can go to with your fitness and your well-being. And I'm just so proud of you all that you did it. So well done, Jenny, for doing it. Carlin Hawkgren says, that was great. 30 minutes flew by, but I know I'm going to feel that one. Thanks. You're very welcome, Carlin. Yvonne Thorpe said, very tough today. Yvonne Woodhouse says, just keep doing what you do, Rachel. You explained everything really well. Oh, thank you very much, Yvonne. I really appreciate that. Janet says, good morning to you both. Oops, sorry, my Chat has just jumped up. Where were we? Jeanette. Jeanette says, good morning to you both. Wow, that was such a brilliant core routine, and not just the abs, legs, arms, and mind-body coordination. Thank you, and have a great weekend. Thank you, Janet. That is such wonderful feedback. I'm really glad that you could feel that and feel what it was doing in your body. So wonderful stuff. Thank you very much. Suzanne Horton says, thank you, Rachel. As usual, an enjoyable and challenging class. Now, Dave Osborne was, I've forgotten your name. I'm really sorry because I've gone down the chat now, but I know you're not Dave. You're somebody else, aren't you? And you say, I agree, Rachel. My post-menopausal body shape has really changed in a good way. Thought doing Pilates, especially through doing Pilates, especially the core, you just need to keep at it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because for us women going through the menopause, your body will absolutely change shape. There's no doubt. You cannot go from the body you had when you were 35 to having that same body at 55 unless you really start to work differently and intelligently with your exercise. And you know what, even me, and I'm being really honest with you here, even me pre-menopause, didn't really realize the extent that the body could change, even though I was working with women all the time. And I think now, you know, I've gone through it myself. I've studied it. I've done training in working with a menopausal body and a postmenopausal body. I've looked at nutrition. I've looked at all these different things. And we really do need to change the way we work out from perimenopause onwards. And that can be from age 35 for some women, because perimenopause can kick in at any time. But basically your hormones do start to change, progesterone especially starts to change from about 35 onwards. Most women don't really feel anything until in their mid-40s, and often they don't know what's happening is perimenopause because it's not obvious. You know, it might be you just start to ache in your hips. You think, oh, what have I done to my hips? It's actually to do with your hormone levels changing. So thank you so much for that point about the menopausal body and how much your body has changed now through Pilates. I'm really, really, really pleased for you. Marion, you're going to do it for 10 weeks. Brilliant. Well done, Marion. Let me know, but be careful, right? Be very careful on your position of your pelvis, just to look after those tummy muscles. Josephine Anderson says, thank you, hard, but I feel good. I'm going to be doing this one again. Have a great weekend, Josephine. Same to you, Josephine. Thank you very much indeed. Jasmine Oriental Rose says, hi, I just tried doing this and did some, but I'm also recovering from a bad virus at the moment. Please could you suggest some strengthening recovery exercises as well as toning and sculpting? So Jasmine, you probably heard me talking earlier. Anyone who's recovering from illness, you really must take it easy. My recommendation is to go to my playlist, Pilates for Injuries and Medical Conditions, and pick something from there because they are all very gentle. If you're recovering from any kind of virus, I'd say the Pilates for COVID recovery is an excellent one to start off with because it's just about getting you moving without putting your body under any duress. Okay, because when you are recovering from an illness, don't forget you are still ill. You may be feeling better, but your immune system is still being challenged, it's still being depleted. So you don't want to go and add a really high level of exercise whilst you're in that kind of delicate stage between being ill and recovering. Okay, you want to be slowly bringing yourself back up. So start with something nice and easy, either from that playlist, Jasmine, or go to the seniors and gentle beginners and just pick anything on there no longer than half an hour and see how you feel, yeah? Because what you don't want to do is go and do a big workout and then find that the next day you're not feeling as well again, okay? You really need to recover. So start off gentle. You'll see how much quicker you recover when you do that. Maria says, fabulous workout, Rachel. Thank you. You're very welcome. Kay, hello, Kay. Thank you very much for your donation this morning, Kay. Really appreciate that. And Carol Neath, good morning, Carol. Thank you very much indeed for your donation as well. Hello to the lovely Angie Sharp. Hi, Angie. Angie said, that was a strong one. Loved it. Thank you, Rachel. Talking about nutrition as a 20-year vegan, I can highly recommend. Thank you very much indeed, Angie. Leah, hello to Leah. Leah says, hello, first time here. You gave a fantastic lesson. Thank you, Leah. Much appreciated. Really glad you enjoyed it. Carol Lee says, wowee, that was a surprisingly tough one. It was indeed. Really glad that you enjoyed it though. And Leah, thanks for your lovely comment today. Donna says, hello everyone. So happy today was core focus. Perfect for on-off knee flare-ups post-work. And thank you, Kani, for your knee videos, which I am practicing. Really glad to hear that, Donna. Keep going with those knee videos. You know, my knee video, Pilates for very painful knees, is one of the most watched videos on my channel. So many people have seen that video now. I think it's 1.5 million people have done that video. Yes, it just goes to show knees are quite an issue. And even, excuse me, even myself, I've had problems with my knees in the past, but thankfully not since I did Pilates. So there we go. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick sip of water, everyone, while I finish the chat. So Valerie Beale, Valerie says, if Rachel has time, can she talk about and help me manage painful hip flexors? So maintaining legs at tabletop eventually causes pain. So place my feet back on the floor for a few seconds. Thanks. Valerie, what you need to do, excuse me. Thank you for that. What you need to do, Valerie, I would recommend is stretch out. You could have a look, I think this would be really good for you, in my Pilates for injuries and medical conditions. I have a video that's called Pilates for hip bursitis. Now, I'm not suggesting you have hip bursitis, but that video contains lots of soothing exercises to relieve pain in the front of the hips, basically where your hip flexors are. Okay, so I would say go do that video, see how you feel after one time doing it, and if it feels good and you notice an improvement, then I would put it in your program to do once a week or even twice a week. It's not a long video, 15-20 minutes. So do it once or twice a week for a month and see if that makes a difference to how you feel when you do those tabletop positions, okay? So that's Pilates for hip bursitis. Try that one. I think that will really, really help you. Okay, so going down the chat, I'm going to have to wind up very soon. Okay, lots of lovely chat from everyone. Sending lots of love to Sally for her recovery. Thank you, everyone. That's really kind. That's what I love about you guys. You're such a kind group of people that come every week. So lovely, lovely to have you here. Hello to Helen Lees. Helen says, thank you, Rachel. That was another great class. Find it challenging leaning on my elbows. I feel it in the shoulders. Hopefully they get stronger. Yeah, the leaning on the elbows really is a shoulder stability exercise. Really good for you, Helen. You just want to make sure, and I know I talk about it in the workouts that we do, that your shoulder is set in the right position. Because if it's even slightly inwardly rotated like this, can you see? Because this is my bad habit. Even slightly inwards, you're going to get pain in that area. So you want to make sure that your shoulder is back, your shoulder blade is sitting nicely on your rib cage and then pressing down through the elbow. But yeah, you will build strength slowly but surely. Jane Rose says, thanks for a great workout, Rachel. I have donated on Ko-fi. Yes, everyone, thank you so much. All my lovely Ko-fi supporters. I think there's about 1,000 of you now on there, and it's lovely. I've actually written you a very long blog. I've been writing it this week. I will get that out today. And that's to do with our Pilates, but also I know you've all been enjoying hearing about other things that I do, cultural things, ideas for exploring the world, things that make me happy, things that I share with you that I think would be really good for you to try or to read about or to listen to. So there's a very long blog coming your way today, those of you on Ko-fi, and thank you so much for your support. Leah says, were you a ballerina? So Leah, I was a dancer. I'm actually very tall, Leah. I say, well, very tall, probably not these days, but when I was 18, I was considered very tall, 5'9". But I did train in ballet. I trained in ballet, I trained in jazz, I trained in tap. I can tap dance, I can do jazz dance, and I can do ballet. And I did that from the age of 3 until I was 18. I went to theatre school, and then I left theatre school because I came from a very poor background, so I couldn't afford to stay at theatre school. It just wasn't any money. So I got a job as a professional dancer, but I worked in Europe because I'm very tall. So I was a showgirl with all the feathers and all that kind of stuff. That's what I used to do. But yes, I did ballet all my life, and I still do ballet when I can because I absolutely love it. Yes, so Marion, you're looking forward to our Monday workout. That will be our ballet-inspired workout. Lots of elegant work with the legs, the arms, all that kind of stuff. Martine de Kerpel, hello Martine. Martine says, I only just finished now. When you have the hands under the pelvis, you keep the gap better. Question mark. I like these abdominals for the deeper ones. Yeah, so that hands underneath the pelvis we did today, that was more to help you understand the position you need to be in to target and switch on your deep core muscles. And I find even with myself, you can often kind of fall out of the position. And it's what we call a neutral position in Pilates. So you're neither arching your back nor flexing your back. You are at that point in between. And when you're in between, as you were doing with the hands underneath, you're working all the front of your tummy muscles, but you're also working your back muscles. And that's what you want. You want strength, equal strength, front and back of the body and the side. And all of that actually cinches in the waist, which is the aesthetic benefit, if you like, of the workout we did today. Okay, so going down, Virgo Hines. Hello, Virgo. Lovely to see you here today. Thank you very much indeed for your donation. I don't think I've seen you for a while, have I? But I do hope you're well, and great to have you here. Virgo says, I'm going to take the 10-week challenge as I've a wedding in mid-June. Thank you so much, Rachel, for making the impossible seem possible. Oh, thank you, Virgo. That is such a lovely thing to say. And yes, do the 10-week challenge and let me know. Maybe even take a photo if you dare. Take a photo today and take a photo in 10 weeks. And let's go, Virgo, 4 times a week for 10 weeks and send me the difference. I won't post it anywhere. I would just like to really see for myself if you're up for it. If you're not, totally understand. Okay, so coming to the bottom of the chat now, just want to remind everyone that I will be here on Monday. We will be doing a ballet-inspired workout. It's a 25-minute workout on Monday, so do join me for that if you can. That we're taking a little break from the playlist because we finished the playlist for spring last week. I forgot to ask you all about that, but I hope that went well for you all. And we will be starting new playlists in May. I'm going to do a playlist for seniors. That's going to be a 7-day playlist. And I'm also going to start uploading a weekly playlist from May, which is only a week away, isn't it? I mean, my goodness, the year is going so fast. But I'm filming videos at the moment, so I'm trying to kind of manage my energy and my time. But I will be posting weekly videos from May, and that will be a guide to what you could do in that week. So there'll be 7 videos, one of which will always be a seniors one, which you can do for 7 days if you're a senior, or you can use it as your active recovery day if you are intermediate level or beginner plus level. Okay. Wow. And Kerwin, thank you very much, everyone. Should we just say thank you to my wonderful husband who's been posting you all these links on the bottom of the chat. Thank you, my darling. And he's just reminded me, I can see on the chat, my Pilates for painful knees, very painful knees, is standing at 1.8 million viewers. Super. Oh, the other thing I want to say, everybody, could you, just for me, share any one of my videos with a friend, a Facebook group, and encourage them to subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 250,000 subscribers and I've only got a few hundred to go. So if you could help with that, that would be so, so wonderful. All right. And that's it for today. I just want to say thank you very much, Leah. I can see, Leah, you're in Paris. And you love the you do bar classes in Paris. Well, it'll be like that, Leah. So yes, come join me on Monday. All right, so thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. It's been lovely to spend this time with you. I will be back same time next week, and of course I'll be here on Monday for our ballet inspired workout. So wherever you are in the world, wishing you a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.